Hello again. My name's Danielle. I'm a detransitioner, and today I wanted to come and speak to you about dreams because that is something that God has restored in my life. For 8 years, I really didn't dream much compared to how much I dreamt before, and if I did, I had a lot of bad dreams. So God's restored my dreams, but not only that, He's been pushing on my heart to sit down and write them, and I have not been the most obedient about that. I am tired. I tell Him I'll just wake up in a few hours and I'll write it then, but then I forget them. So He gave me a really short dream. It was an abrupt and stern just sentence, and He said, more and more people are turning their attention to Athena. And then He said, now write. Wake up, write. It was interesting. It was an interesting experience. So I got up and I wrote it down and fell back asleep. And whenever I woke back up, I read the sentence and I was wondering what in the world that could mean. So after sitting on it for about a week, I have a good idea, and I'm praying about it, what He meant by that. It definitely sounded strange at first, but I don't believe it was random. There's a spiritual shift happening right now. Idolatry never left. It evolved. Athena is the Greek goddess of worldly wisdom, independent strength, and strategic warfare. She represents the kind of knowledge that looks good but doesn't depend on God. In today's world, people are turning towards what she symbolizes: self-reliance instead of surrender, New Age practices instead of truth, empowerment without the cross. I can't help but think about how a lot of us have turned to AI for help and knowledge over our Creator. People may not call it worship, but creation has replaced the Creator in much of our culture. The earth is treated as sacred to being protected at all costs, while the one who made the earth is ignored and rejected. Mother Earth and Gaia spirituality have made a comeback in modern paganism, Wicca, and even secular circles, masked as energy, the universe, or the divine feminine. But the Bible's clear. Romans 1:25 says, they exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator. I want to say that caring for the earth is good. We are to be stewards of creation. But when the earth replaces God, when we exalt nature, pleasure, and prosperity instead of the one who gives them, that's idolatry. God isn't against green. He made the garden. But the moment we worship the garden instead of walking with the gardener, we've missed the point. My dream was a warning. The Lord is saying, pay attention. This is not harmless. This is not just history repeating itself. It's a spiritual movement. People turning to a false wisdom when there is only one true wisdom. And people are turning, and His name is Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. I'm sharing this because I almost didn't. I almost went back to sleep, but God didn't let me stay there, and He may be calling you to wake up too. There's a warning going out right now and a call. Come out of Babylon. Return to the true God. Only Yeshua saves. Only Yeshua sets free. Only Yeshua is Lord. So if you've been drawn towards feminine energy, astrology, ancient gods, or spiritual practices that leave out the cross, you're not just exploring, you're being pulled. But the Lord's calling you back. Turn your attention not to Athena, but to the King of Kings. His voice is calling now.